An early edition of the Lunch with a Shark. Early because actually we started at around 12:30. So around 12:30, right? So that's okay. I hope you guys are doing good. I actually posted a really cool video that my good friend and business partner in Mexico City, Neto Bermejo, shared in one of our WhatsApp groups. I invite you to go and look at it. It's in our Invictus Advisors, US, Mexico, my personal Facebook. It's really, really cool. It talks about the small little things that you do on your day-to-day will make you great. They'll prepare you for things like what we're going through. Today I want to talk to you about the Small Business Administration Payroll Protection Program. There's a lot of information out there, but that information, it's not 100% accurate. Hey, Captain Crunch, how are you? I don't know if you can see him, Captain Crunch. Say hi, Captain Crunch. There he is. Remember, we're home, and he wants attention, right, Captain Crunch? Say hi. Look. No, he doesn't want to be in camera. He just wants to play. There he is, Captain Crunch. So, Payroll Protection Program. It's one of the CARES Protection Act that gives some support to the small businesses, okay? It was signed into law by President Trump 2 weeks ago. Rules and regulation did not roll out until last Thursday. But so far, as of Friday, April the 3rd, banks were supposed to have those regulations implemented and the applications for those loans live. Well, guess what? Things have been changing even to those original regulations. How do I prepare payroll? What numbers should I utilize? What would be the maximum amount that I would need to apply for? If you are not a payroll expert, don't try to do it on your own. Even though the application is just a few simple questions that you might have handy, that's not the case. The AICPA, which is the American Institute for Certified Public Accountants, came out with some procedures that are being reviewed by the Small Business Administration and the Treasury as guidelines to follow for those calculations on your average payroll. I invite you to visit their website. It's a bit complicated because you might not understand it. I understand that as a small business, you're trying to collect and control your cash flow, but beware. Things are constantly changing. Should I get it or not? Not everybody should get it. If you do not know how to implement it, that loan, it's not going to be forgiven. The good thing about this loan is that it's helping small businesses mitigate their payroll expense, and it's incentivizing them to not lay them off or fire their employees. It's actually helping them with up to 8 weeks of payroll for them to keep them on. So not everybody should get it. Why should you not get it, or why should you get it? Because there's probably another program that will benefit you. You cannot apply for multiple programs because it's either of each of them. If you apply for the Payroll Protection Program, you cannot apply for the emergency relief and utilize those funds for the same thing as the Payroll Protection Program. They must be different. You cannot utilize the benefit of a credit, a federal credit, if you apply for the Payroll Protection Program. So there's certain pieces to the puzzle, okay? How do I make sure if I qualify or if I apply for the Payroll Protection Program, how do I make sure the maximum amount? I'm going to give you a quick formula. I'll probably post it on Facebook, a link to a calculator that the Small Business Administration has prepared. Beware, you need to know the jargon on those issues. You utilize your gross, but you have to eliminate, according to certain banks, FICA, which is Social Security Medicare, that it's withheld from the employer and the employee, and the employer piece of it. You need to add the state payroll taxes that you collect from your withhold from your employee and you pay on your own, which is the employer. You need to add workers' comp. You need to add health insurance if you pay health insurance for your employee. You need to add 401k if you contribute to the 401k, okay? And you need to prepare your payroll for the last 12 months. Now, certain banks are requesting January to December of 2019. If you were in business prior to this, if you started a business, you must prove that you pay payroll as of January 1st all the way up to February 15th. Some banks are requesting 1099s miscellaneous, but according to American CPA and the Small Business Administration, you are not supposed to include independent contractors in that calculation. They have to apply on their own. So if you see there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle, seek advice, seek support. Make sure you qualify for forgiveness so you don't have to pay it back. The good thing about this program is that if you utilize it properly and you follow the guidelines and if you use it for payroll, paying interest on a mortgage to your business building, okay, or office. You cannot use it to pay your mortgage for your house. Unless you are home office, you can prove through your expenses on your tax return, and you can segregate the percentage, the exact percentage on your mortgage interest associated to your home office. A bit complicated. If you utilize it for utilities, basic utilities, okay? The cell phone to my sons or to my wife are not necessary expenses through the business, even though I run them through the business, okay? And that's pretty much it. So beware how you utilize these funds because you'll end up paying them back if not, okay? Remember, you're going to sign this application under penalty of perjury. The federal government is going to go really hard against those small businesses that do not follow the guidelines. Remember 2008, 2009, when they cracked down on lenders for mortgages. Federal prisons are full of those. Beware. Okay? The federal government, even though they're going to forgive this loan, if you follow the guidelines, okay, forgive. That means that you are not going to get a 1099 at the end of the year or this period saying at least recognize it as income. No, it's not going to be income, okay? It's sort of free money, but not, because you're giving it to somebody else so the economy can continue moving and people continue working, okay? And number 5, or the last topic or point that you need to be aware of, make sure you seek professional advice, okay? Don't try to do it on your own. It's like if you have a heart attack and you want to perform CPR on yourself or open heart surgery on your own. Don't do it. Accountants, CPAs, financial people, we've gone through rigorous training and certifications to help you. We, at least the majority of us, know what the hell we're doing. When you talk to us about gross payroll, things to include, things not to include, how can we do it, things like that, we know what we're doing. Seek advice. Don't try to do it on your own. You try to just focus on your business, okay? Focus on your business. Focus on how you can continue growing your revenue. How can you help your clients? How can you help new clients? How can you get new clients, okay? So that's what you should be doing. Not filling out small little applications and then when the bank calls you, what are you going to tell them? Oh yeah, my gross payroll I calculated like this. Where's my bylaws? Oh, do you have bylaws? Do you have operating agreement if you're an LLC? Do you have a partnership agreement if you're a partnership? I'm pretty sure most of you don't have that. Do you have your payroll journal or payroll register for the last year, and at least for what it's gone from 2020? Just look for that. Get all that documentation. Start preparing yourself. Okay? So really quick to recap, things are changing really fast. Not everyone should get it. Make sure you maximize the amount that you're seeking or looking for in the loan. Make sure you qualify for the forgiveness, because otherwise you'll end up paying it, even though it's a 1% interest and it takes 24 months to pay it, you're going to have to pay it back. And make sure you seek professional opinion. If you need help, please go to our website, covid19.invictus-advisors.com. Again, covid19.invictus-advisors.com. I'll post this on the Facebook so you can talk to one of our experts. We'll help you. If you need help and you want to talk to me, feel free to reach out. We're here to help you and find the best possible solution to mitigate your pain. It was great talking to you. See you tomorrow.